Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is under investigation for telling local officials they could refuse to issue same-sex marriage licenses on religious grounds. If the allegations are true, Paxton could be disbarred, and being a lawyer is a requirement for being Attorney General, so that means he would lose his job. A complaint filed last July said Paxton's stance encouraged officials to violate the Constitution and break their oaths of office. He's already facing 2 felony counts of securities fraud. So that's our topic this half hour. We want to hear from you on our Facebook page and on Twitter. Use the hashtag Fox26forLife. Joining us live in the newsroom is our panel led by our senior legal analyst, Chris Tritico. We also have Jackie Bally, president of Bally Projects. So she provides public affairs and other services to people, and she's often involved with strategy for Republican candidates. We also have Mustafa Tamiz, founder and managing director at Outreach Strategists. He provides consulting on public affairs to the businesses and nonprofits, and he's often involved with strategy for our Democratic candidates. Good morning to all of you.
Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day.
Well, happy Valentine's Day to you. Loving the red.
Thank
you guys have your red ties on? Oh, Mustafa's got some blue.
Of course.
All right.
Mine's got, well...
a mix. All right, so what do you think about mixing the politics and his job here? Is he going to be disbarred? That would be pretty rare, right?
Well, Ken Paxton has to be looking up at some point and saying, you know, when is this going to stop? When it rains, it pours for Ken Paxton. All of this is piling on top of him. The complaint has nothing to do with the indictments. However, if he delays, which is generally what lawyers do, is just delay. If he does that and he gets convicted of one of the criminal charges that he is currently indicted for, then they can amend the state bar complaint as with the conviction as another ground to take away his law license. And so this is not going away. Now the issue here is he rendered an opinion after the day after the Supreme Court ruled that said county clerks do not have to issue licenses if their strongly held religious beliefs do not follow the Supreme Court law. That is in direct contravention to the Supreme Court and in direct contravention to the United States Constitution, Jackie Bally. And there was a complaint filed signed by over 100 lawyers with the State Bar of Texas saying this is a violation of his ethics, take away his law license.
So in 2005, when same-sex marriages came to the ballot for voters in Texas, over 76% of the voters in Texas agreed with Paxton that the definition of a marriage should be between a man and a woman. Fast forward to 2000, and I believe this happened in 15, and so now Paxton is enforcing the law based on a states' right issue in my mind and in his mind and leaders of the state. But unfortunately for him, and we discussed this before,
we have a United States Constitution.
We have what the United States government is now doing is what liberals have accused the church of doing for many years. They're imposing their viewpoints on all states. And so unfortunately, that is the land of the law, and he has to recognize that. And this ethics complaint that's been taken to the bar was taken before. It was dismissed at first, and now an appeals board has reinstated it. So we'll see if the appeals board decide that there's some merit to it, but it was dismissed before.
Unfortunately for Ken Paxton, we have a United States Constitution, and the Supremacy Clause says that the law of the land is what the U.S. Supreme Court says the law of the land is, and he has a legal duty to enforce that.
He has a fiduciary duty that he is responsible for. But, you know, Ken Paxton, first he's got 2 felony indictments. First Attorney General to serve the great state of Texas with 2 felony indictments. Then when he has an opportunity to tell others to follow the law, he decides to go in a different direction. He tries to make a political point by getting in. So it's difficult for me to see. I think the state bar is doing the right thing. What I would like to see the governor and lieutenant governor step in and clean this mess up.
Well, this all started with the lieutenant governor asking him to render this opinion.
Our state leaders have to recognize that they are part of the union, and unless they want us to see it, and some of them do, we're going to have to follow the law.
Let me go to Sally. She's monitoring our social media.
Okay, let's head over to Twitter and see what people are talking about there. At JC Hobbs says it's past time for Ken Paxton to be disbarred. How is he still the Texas Attorney General? And then Ben says Attorney General Paxton issued a non-binding legal opinion on same-sex marriage licenses, just like the President of the United States orders to ICE.
No, it's not the same thing at all. It's not the same thing at all. When the Attorney General of Texas renders a legal opinion, that is binding, and it directs what people can and can't do. And he is the person who gets to render those opinions on the law. This all started with Kim Davis in South Carolina, who went said she's going to go to jail, and after 48 hours said, this isn't as much fun as I thought it was, and changed her mind. Is he willing to lose his law license over this?
Well, this all started when he decided that the clerks, if it's against their own religious freedoms, if they felt that actually granting these licenses was against their own religious freedoms, that he decided that he was going to defend them. And you're right, this was definitely something that our leaders in our state, and again, 76% of our voters agree with. The complaint that was dismissed before and now has been reinstated states that if you help someone break the law, then that's why they're saying he should be disbarred. Again, we don't know what the ruling's going to be, but the fact that it was dismissed before is a pretty good chance it may be dismissed again.
And we'll see where it goes. Under the state bar rules, Sally, he's got 30 days to respond now, and then he has to pick whether or not he wants a state bar committee to hear it or a jury trial. We'll see where it goes.